Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. Today we have another critical power research workout to do to see how my fitness and if I am improving my critical power through the season. I've already done this workout twice. It's 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute with some rest in between, and it is absolutely heinous. The idea is to go really fast in the 5 minutes and then hold on for the 3, 2, 1. I've done it twice. So I have a little bit of a target to do or to aim towards, which might give me a little bit more of sort of, okay, if I've done that before, I should be able to do better. And then externally, having the numbers from today will show me, am I getting fitter? Am I not getting fitter? What's going on with the training? Is it working? Is it not? Can we change anything? Can we not? So what we're going to do is we're going to head into the Scottish Rowing Centre behind me, get on the rowing machine and do this workout. And then after the workout, I'll kind of discuss the times that I did before, the times I did today, and see how they compare and see what that means for my critical power. See if I've got any fitter. So let's get to it. And we have finished the 5, 3, 2, 1 on the rowing machine. Did a little bit differently today. The 5 minutes still full yam, still max flat out. It was an interesting effort because it was slower than my 2K effort the other day, but faster than the last time we did the 5 minutes. So the 5 minute workout part of the workout will be used in the critical power data gathering, information collection stuff to calculate my critical power. And it being faster than the last time means that my critical power should be higher, or at least that part of the calculation should be improved, meaning my critical power should be better. So that's a good sign, improvement. But also being slower than the 2K split and for less time means that probably a little bit laggy, a little bit tired from the 2K itself. For me, I'm very anaerobic as an athlete, which means I have quite an ability to hit the sprint, but also quite an ability to make a lot of lactic acid very quickly, which also leads into my recovery being easily hindered. No, I don't have any bread, lots of swans and ducks around and geese, so it takes me a bit longer to recover from max efforts. Even the 2K, it's been, how long has it been? About a week since the 2K, so you would think that would be enough time, but when you do properly maximum effort, maximum yam, flat out effort, it can sometimes take longer than a week to get sorted out. So positive signs, as the swan takes a little bit of a bath, positive signs that the critical power is improving. But for today's data gathering, yes, it will change the numbers slightly that I could be following for certain workouts, but would it be fully on my actual critical power? Would it be better to use my 2K data, because that was 5 minutes and 53 seconds, not quite 5 minutes. So over time, we will keep gathering the data. We've got some shorter and longer efforts to do coming up in the next few weeks to sort of round out the critical power calculations and my critical power picture as an athlete, to see what kind of works for me. And all of these workouts, all of this data gathering just gives an opportunity to create a picture, to create my athletic picture, my fitness picture. And for everyone, they have their own fitness picture. And as always, it's just one part. Like heart rate training, my heart rate zones, that's one thing I look at when training. My level of perceived exertion, that's one thing I look at when I'm training. And now the critical power data coming in as well, that's also one part that I can look at when training. When you go out and do a workout, sometimes it's really good to look at one piece of data and say, this is what you should be doing. Other times, it's not so good and you have to take everything into account. And it's up to coaches and athletes to be able to know when to look at what piece of data, or when to look at the whole picture. So that will be it for today's episode, Yam Squad. Hopefully you enjoyed it. More critical power data gathering. Let me know what you think, what you should be using to gauge your intensities for workouts, whether it's critical power, whether it's your heart rate, whether it's level of perceived exertion, or whether it's something else that you might be using which works for you. Because that's always the thing about using all these measures of data. It's a case of what works for you is best for you. What works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. And as always, Yam Squad, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next episode.